I wanted to paint something small and relaxing today, so I made these three tiny watercolor landscape bookmarks, and honestly, each one feels like a little window into a different place. These bookmarks are a fun way to practice loose watercolor techniques and atmospheric landscapes, and at the end, you will get beautiful handmade bookmarks to use or gift as well. I divided the paper into three panels and I'm starting with the first one by wetting it completely. Then I use a mix of phthalo blue and a small amount of Payne's Gray to paint the sky. I'm creating a gradient wash here so the pigment looks darker at the top and gradually gets lighter as I move downward. To reduce the pigment on my brush, I first dip it in water and let go of some of the pigment and wipe the excess on a cloth and then go back over the paper. This is how I create the gradient wash. Next, I use violet to start adding the florals. I'm loosely placing the blooms and letting the watercolor spread naturally on the damp paper. The blooms closer to the viewer are larger, and as they move farther into the distance, the size gradually becomes smaller. And you can also notice that the value of the pigment reduces little by little as it moves farther away. In the distant area, I'm mostly adding simple strokes instead of blooms. Next, I mix phthalo green with burnt umber and I'm painting the foliage around the flowers as you see in the video. Even though the paper is still wet, the green we add does not disturb the violet area. The moisture level of the paper is really important here because the pigment should not bleed too much into the florals. You can see I'm just filling all the white spaces with the green mix that is on my palette. Next, I added a small amount of violet into that green mix to create a darker green and applied it in a few spots in the foreground as you can see in the video. Next, I'm using the same sky color, which is a mix of phthalo blue with small amount of Payne's Gray to paint the distant mountains. Next, I use the green mix that is on my palette to paint the distant trees. And you can see I also turned a part of the mountain into a green mountain because I felt it would look nice this way. Now the bottom part of the paper is completely dry, so I'm adding a few strokes using the green mix that is already on my palette. I also added a few more touches of violet to the florals because the color looks slightly faded after drying. And with that, the first bookmark is done. For the second bookmark, I wet the second panel of the paper. Then, using a mix of phthalo blue and violet, I painted the sky. It is just a simple flat wash. For the bottom area, I'm applying yellow ochre. Next, I'm using the green mix that is already on my palette, which is a mix of phthalo green, burnt umber, and a very small amount of violet to paint the foliage. I'm first adding a few strokes in the distant area as you see in the video. Then as I move little closer, I start adding small dots, and in the foreground I use bigger dots with a darker value of this same green mix. In the first bookmark, we painted the violet blooms first and then added the green foliage around them. But for the second bookmark, the process is little different. As you know, I first applied a wash of yellow ochre and then layered the green foliage over it. Since yellow and green are analogous colors, they blend beautifully together and create the effect of glowing yellow flower field effortlessly. Using the same green mix on my palette, I painted the distant trees, and also I left a small space for a tiny house hidden between the trees. Next, I paint the roof of the tiny house using a mix of cadmium red and a small amount of burnt umber. And with that, the second bookmark is finished. For the third bookmark, I wet the third panel of the paper. Then, using a mix of phthalo blue and a small amount of Payne's grey, I paint the sky. After painting the sky area, I carried the same mix into the bottom area to create the water while leaving a little white space at the bottom of the bookmark as you see in the video. Next, I mix sap green with the green mix that is already on my palette, and I painted the lush greenery along the water and in the distant area. Now, using cadmium red, I'm adding the florals by simply dropping in the pigment and letting the watercolor to bloom naturally on the damp paper. After adding the blooms using cadmium red, I use a mix of Watercolor green and burnt umber with small amount of violet to fill the white space in the foreground for the foliage. Next, I add few dots on the water using the same green mix for the overgrown foliage. Using the same green mix on my palette, I paint the distant shrubs and trees. Now the foreground is completely dry, and using the green mix that is on my palette, I add these stems. And after that, using cadmium red, I simply add just some dots for the distant flowers. And that's it. We have completed three beautiful bookmarks. I hope you enjoyed watching it. See you in another video. Until then, take care and bye bye from Prema.